digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Qualifying ghosts, I'll throw them down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Tire scream, my setup's tight. I've bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I'll chase the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of the server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight.
And pixels collide, steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame, we rise again. Leadfoot TV, where the night won't end. Tires screaming, sparks in the haze, metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV, Leadfoot TV. TV.
on the horizon, fire in the veins, every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends falling and legends break through. Let's put TV, feel the ground ignite, through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins, every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies. Let foot TV, feel the ground ignite, through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Let foot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Let me wait for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Webbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every last war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roar. Hawaiian drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On like foot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pound, hear the countdown scream. You're strapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On the foot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the soil. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, race fans of all ages. I'd like to welcome you to another Leadfoot TV production as we bring you the Leadfoot Racing League Late Model Stock Tour, coming to you from Southern National Raceway Park. I am your part-time announcer and full-time producer, Tracy Brown. Wesley Outland, who normally does our broadcast, he's actually calling a rain-delayed race out in Caraway, I believe, so he should be joining us in here before too much long. And, of course, our buddy Charles Oberg, he's normally in here. He had some personal stuff come up, so he may be joining us later, but we're going to be kind of playing that by ear. So as we have it right now, I'm going to be holding this bad boy down for as long as I can. So with everyone gridded up, we're going to go ahead and take you right into the starting grid, as we have Landon Farmer in the 26 car starting off on the pole. To the outside, Dylan Porter from Caudle Chassis Fast Eddie Speed Shop in the number 1 car starting on the outside pole. Row 2, we have Case James, who just made his pro late model debut here in real life about a week ago here at Southern National. Be starting in 3rd. Hunter Carlson will be starting in 4th. In 5th, we got Heath Rutherford. 6th, Randy Porter. 7th, Cliff Mullins. 8th will be Trippy Winkler. 9th, Ethan Johnson. And 10th will be Jason Wooding. In 11th, we have James Birdsong. 12th will be Carter Levi. 13th will be Tristan Trantham. 14th will be our race controller. He's going to be starting in 14th. And in 15th, we have the Triple B Racing Ride, the number 83 of Lenny Brown. So I think the stage is set. Lights in the pace car are off. Let's see what kind of race we're going to have here tonight. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cleaner than the one we had last week at Langley. And there's the Lucky Ducks Motorsport green flag as they flare out almost 3 wide there. They're taking it through turns 1 and 2, looking good. Side by side. Everybody seems to be, hopefully anyway, kind of taking their time. No need to try to win the race right now on lap number 2. As you see, Randy Porter moving to the outside of our new points leader, Cliff Mullins, in the 44 car. Beautiful ride there. He took over the points by winning the race last week at Langley. It was almost like he was the last man standing, but hey, in order to finish first, you must first finish. So we still see Landon Farmer up front, rolling through there nice and clean. We got Case James right on his bumper in the 50 car. He's actually painted up in the 50, but we have him scored as the number 30 car out of Newton, North Carolina, racing for Case James Racing. This is only his 2nd start with us here this season. And everybody seems to be taking a nice, I'm not going to say casual pace, but somewhat relaxed. There's really no need to burn it down right now, as I was saying before, as we see Randy Porter getting around the 10 car of Hunter Carlson. Hunter in the 10 car out of Hannah City, Illinois, sponsoring or rocking a new paint scheme tonight. Got a little Tracy on the hood. It's got to be a fan favorite for sure. And this race again is brought to you by Atlantic Cabinet Company. This is the Atlantic Cabinet Company 125. I'd like to give a special shout out to Dagan Barnes for sponsoring this. And anyway, we always certainly appreciate all our sponsors and all of our supporters to help put these races on. And I also apologize for me talking and stopping and whatnot in here, but it's like I'm patting my head and rubbing my stomach as we see Case James rubbing all over the bumper there of Landon Farmer in the 26 car. Case James going to the inside of Landon Farmer. Looks like he's got the preferred line going into turn 1. rolling through there side by side. And I do believe Case James will come out and be the leader of this next lap. As we see Dylan Porter, he is taking advantage of Landon Farmer being moved up there to take advantage of that, see if he can kind of get underneath him to the preferred line and make it to second place. Oh, as Dylan Porter gets just a little squirrely there. Oh man, these guys are really running tough here, side by side, battling for second position. As we see the 98 of Heath Rutherford, he's trying to get into the action, but the door slammed shut by Landon Farmer before he could get his nose inside there. So a beautiful day here at Virtual Southern National Motorsports Park. Got a beautiful condition, 75 degrees, track temperatures at 84, humidity, 20%, not too bad, especially for this part of North Carolina. Winds are essentially no factor, coming out of the west at 4 miles an hour. And I think everyone is just trying to more or less take care of their car, have a good pace, and see if we can't battle out the strategy here at the end as we give the unofficial point standings as they run currently. Heath Rutherford is taking over the points by 1 spot. The top 10 will be moving on to a 3-race championship series at the end of the season between the American League or the American Division and the National Division. But yeah, everyone is just kind of streamed out or in single file right now, minding their P's and Q's, which is great to see after the race we had last week. As we see 44 Mullins, he's working his way underneath the 27. And that would be Ethan Johnson. Another beautiful paint scheme, rocking the Ross Dalton Racing paint scheme there on Hudson, North Carolina, racing for Johnson Motorsports. Ethan's ran 5 races so far. He's looking for his first top 10. I think he's kind of been the recipient of a little bad luck there. So I'm sure he's hoping that changes for him tonight. So we look back up front. There's Landon Farmer getting to the inside of Dylan Porter. Oh, and Porter comes around, backs it into the inside wall. Doesn't really look like too much damage from right here, but let's see if we can't take a replay and get a better look at what happened. We see Dylan Porter. And we see Landon Farmer is going to be coming up on him here in just a second, right in this turn. Takes a peek inside. Dylan obviously did not catch the spotter saying inside, or just was not able to react fast enough to take care of that. That's very unfortunate there for Dylan. He also just seems like he is just caught up in some bad luck situations constantly. Things just don't seem to go right for him, so I'm sure he's ready for his luck to change as well. And there's another perspective once again. So anyway, we'll bring this back alive real quick as we have Case James is, scored as your leader. It'll be interesting. I think it's going to be too early right now to come into the caution if it were me, but this race is going to be 125 laps, 44 miles. We have a stage at lap 40. Have 1 set of tires in the pit. Everyone has 1 fast repair, kind of like a mulligan, if you will. So if your car gets too much damage, you can go in there and it'll come out looking brand new. And then we're going to have 1 attempt at a green-white checker if we need it at the end of this race. So here we go. We got Case James to the inside of Landon Farmer. There's the green flag, and immediately Heath Rutherford gets booted out of the way. And I believe that was the 10 car of Hunter Carlson. Oh, man. The 98 car, Heath Rutherford, was lucky to hang on to that out of Newmarket, Alabama for Rutherford Racing. I'm sure Heath is not going to be too happy about that, but I'm not sure if that's on him or Hunter for jumping in or not. I'm sure we'll get that worked out before it's all said and done. We'll take you back up front here as we got Landon Farmer hot on the bumper of Case James. Case got a little bit squirrely there. Wonder if he's leaning on that right rear a little too much. That's going to come back to bite him here before long if he is. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat there. Everybody's playing nice right now. But as each lap goes by, the intensity is going to start ratcheting up just a little bit more. Currently, your top 5 is the painted car, number 50, scored is the number 30 of Case James. He's in first, 26 of Landon Farmer. 32 of Randy Porter, having another good race tonight. He also was a victim of the late race caution that we had last week at Langley. He's currently running in third in the number 32 car. And then the 44 of your winner from last week at Langley, Cliff Mullins. And then we have the 95 of Tristan Trantham. And that's your top 5 as they run through. Again, just like to give a special shout out to Atlantic Cabinet Company for sponsoring this race. I know it was one of our drivers, Dagan Barnes, actually helped put this deal together for us. And from what I understand, Dagan, I think, actually has a trackside spot in real life. Somewhere between, look like, turns 1 and 2. So this is certainly his home track. I think he's in Lucama, North Carolina, which depending on who you ask. Southern Nashville was either in Kinley or Lucama. It's probably just a little bit closer to Lucama than it is Kinley, but Kinley's a little bigger town, so yeah, it's out in the middle of nowhere, so it could be either town. And what everybody just seems to be nose to tail, just kind of waiting for the stage break. So we'll see if we just can't take it through the field real quick. So we see the beautiful paint scheme. Case James running in first. And we have a caution. And I'm not real sure what this is going to be, so we're going to find out together. Even getting a replay coming up here. I'm wondering if we had someone disconnect. Or if we maybe just having issues. Maybe just having issues here. My scoring in time in lap 42. So that was our stage break. And we see Case James entering pit road. I think that is going to be, yes, it is the 27 of Ethan Johnson coming in for Splash Fuel and Tires, as well as James Birdsong. He's got her jacked up, taking on some new tires here, and a solid green machine. Everyone else is electing to stay out, unless they pitted while I was trying to get the replay working, but I don't believe they did. This is part of the strategy here, to either pit early and know that you're good all the way to the end, or stay out and hope that the cautions fall your way, to which you can kind of go in, take fuel and tires a little bit later on, and have a much better car for the finish of this race. I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right back with you shortly to pick up the green. We got about one lap to go here, so we'll be right back. And welcome back in, everyone. Missed the green flag, but the good news is I got a buddy of ours who's going to try to help me out as much as he can. He's at work right now. And before I announce who it is, I'm going to change his name here. There we go. Chris Golden at the other end of the virtual couch, about 1,500 miles away. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Man, awesome action so far. I was just sitting there watching on Leadfoot TV, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go hang out with Tracy a little bit and talk about this race that I'm watching here, because what a freaking show this is as we see Hunter Carlson going around. Man, I jumped in at a bad time for poor Hunter. I'm going to be a jinx all night tonight, I guess.
Well, at least you didn't call his name before you did that, but we are still remaining green, so that was a self-spin. So Hunter's going to have to hope for a caution a little later on and see if he can perhaps get that time that he lost right there by spinning out on the track.
For sure. I love this track at Southern National. It's so cool that everything worked out the way it did, that Leadfoot, with you guys, the Leadfoot Racing League, are running here on Sunday. We raced here in the late model stocks on Wednesday in the Golden Racing League. And in real life, they raced here last week as well, as we see. Wow, what a shot that was for the 32 of Randy Porter. Hey, I'm not sure if that was a checkup or just a bump, but that was mid straightaway, it looked like, or maybe a little bit on corner exit from Cliff Mullins. Let's go back and look at this here. That was a shot. I mean, let's see, 32 just rolling right along. Looks like it's probably going to be next lap here. But the 32 of Porter, looked like he might have broke something. I think it was traction when the rear wheels came off the ground.
Oh, but there it is. Yep.
Yep, right there. Got a little loose coming out, and Mullins got into him. Nowhere to go for Mullins. You can see it a little loose right there on corner exit. He just hung her out and couldn't quite bring it back.
Yes, we'll take a look from Mullins' camera here, or roof cam. Yeah, he thought Randy was just going to be spinning to the inside. Randy almost caught that car where it got sideways, but unfortunately whipped right back up in front of Cliff. You can hear Cliff get off the gas, so it was certainly not intentional. But
oh yeah,
still one of those things that keeps seeming to happen every race to Randy Porter, and that's really, really unfortunate because he was running in second position.
Oh, absolutely. But I tell you what, somebody who is happy to see that, a couple guys actually, Hunter Carlson and I believe Birdsong might have got the free pass there as the lucky dog. So I think that's going to put everybody back on the lead lap, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you guys here in Leadfoot have lucky dogs as well, correct?
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, I'm showing everybody being on the lap, or on the same lap right now, excuse me.
So there you go. Yeah, Birdsong and Carlson. Terrible issue there for Porter, but it works out in favor of a couple of our guys, and we are back green with the Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag. 59 of 125 down here, and Farmer jumping back out to another really good lead.
Yeah, it was as I was. Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, we got a pile up here.
Ooh.
Let's see if we can find out what happened.
I saw Hunter Carlson way off the ground. I do know that. Oh, and Woodham as well with that beautiful Leadfoot TV scheme. may start here with the 34 getting loose. Oh, no,
Oh,
71 into the 50. Oh,
yeah,
no.
that was Jason Woodham. And if there's anything that I can tell you about Jason is that was certainly not intentional because I've raced with him so close for so long. Probably one of the most polite drivers out there, but he just caught Case at the absolute wrong time where those rear tires are probably the lightest they're going to be, getting on the gas, got wheel into it, and just a little
definitely right there.
soft little doink. So I'm sure Jason is apologizing right now over the radio.
Oh, absolutely. He's such a class act with these cars and everywhere he races. He races with us quite a bit. He actually ran Wednesday in the Golden Racing League. He got bounced around like a pinball in our race on Wednesday. The Southern National has not been good to Mr. Woodham this week.
Yeah, and that is unfortunate. Like I said, probably one of the nicest guys that you'll ever race with as well. Just a solid person, great attitude, and he's going to be sponsoring a race for us coming up here soon. We're working on the graphics this weekend for that. So anyway, I just really hate that for Jason. He's admin here in the Leadfoot Racing League. So by no means was that intention.
Oh, no, by no means. We're going back green here. Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag. Farmer with another great jump, but Cliff, and it looks like it's going to be Heath Rutherford right there, right on his tail. So not really a major jump, but those guys being side by side, if they don't get it single file pretty quick, that's going to let Landon Farmer pull away. But lots of racing all through the field here. I think let's see. No, Rutherford might clear him in this next corner here. It's going to be close. Yep, I think he may have Mullins clear, but he's still going to give him that top lane just to be safe, and he goes in and slides up now. Really awesome action right here for up front and in the rear.
Oh, as we see Cliff Mullins scrape the outside wall, Dylan Porter takes advantage of that, goes to the inside. Dylan probably has to be careful right now. I'm not sure. Yeah, so Dylan has used his fast repair, so he has no more left in the bank, so he has to be super careful the rest of this race.
And a little bit of insider information about Dylan Porter. It is rumored, this is not confirmed, but it is rumored that he will be joining the Golden Racing League on next Wednesday for our super late model race at Legacy Phoenix. And Tracy, I believe Landon will be producing that race. So is there a possibility you may join us as well?
Oh, yeah. Man, I love the super lates. It's been a long time since I've driven them, but I do love that car. And I love Phoenix as well. So those are two perfect combination. Well, it's a perfect combination for me anyway to give it a shot. I just hope I haven't gotten too rusty in the time that I've been off here. Oh, man, there's Case James gets inside of Trippy Winkler. Spins around
Trippy.
a 34.
Oh, Case bringing in the old Trippy two-step. Darn. Not intentional by any means, but possibly, just maybe a little over-aggressive there this early.
Oh, yeah, the laps are winding down, but we still have like 52 laps to go. But the good news is it didn't really look like Trippy got any kind of, damage other than a little bit of paint scrapes there or something. So, but man, look at everybody now on the in the pits. I mean, this is 50 to go. Everybody that hadn't pitted is coming in here now.
And Porter, I believe it's going to be Porter that's going to end up with the lucky dog getting his lap back. So, yeah, he's back on the lead lap here. So, a lot of guys looking forward to that caution. Unfortunately, Woodham, we're looking at Woodham 5 laps down there. He possibly already used that fast repair. So, I don't want to count him out yet, but 5 laps down is a lot to surmise coming back with this one with about 50 or 60 to go.
It's going to be tough the way they've raced right now. If we were at Langley, I would say you still got a shot being 10 laps down. But right now, these guys have driven, you know, a pretty clean race. The incidents that we have seen haven't been egregious or anything. Just happens to be, you know, kind of racing incidents, from my opinion.
I think so, very much so. I mean, we're looking this race. It's a very tight groove. Even though this track is almost 5-6 lanes wide, it is a very narrow groove. As we go back to green with the Lucky Duck Motorsports green flag, and they're fanning out. Woodham says, "I don't want any of this mess," and he dives all the way to the inside wall to get out of the way. He's like, "You guys have it. I'm 5 laps down. I don't want to be in the way." And they are taking off. Speaking of taking off, look at Johnson and Trantham fighting for the lead as
And
Hunter
Carlson.
He is. Look at that. Hunter Carlson up to 3rd. Farmer fell all the way back to 11th during that pit cycle. Makes me think a lot of these guys up front took 2. And how is that going to play out towards the end? Is that going to work in Farmer's favor towards the end? Or can he just not going to be able to get through traffic? And we may have our answers. We've got another Golden Racing yellow flag.
I think we do, because the 26, I think, may have gotten a little bit anxious, maybe to make up some of that ground. I'm not sure if he got called for a speeding penalty or not, but I do know that he is involved in this. Oh, I see it was Porter who got into the 50 of Case James, checked up Trippy Winkler, and left Farmer pretty much nowhere to go. So I can't really, I don't think anyway, throw it on him. As we take a look, see if we can't get a view here of Dylan Porter real quick. Oh yeah, he took the second high line right in behind Birdsong. Got a little loose, slapped into the 50 a Case, and I think Trippy might have tripped up or just stepped out of the gas just for an instant. And then it leaves the 26 of Farmer nowhere to go but the left rear of Trippy's bumper.
So you can see the nose of the 34 right there on corner exit. When these guys are on the throttle, the nose is sitting high, wide, and handsome. You could really see the nose of Winkler dip as soon as the 1 doors the 5. You'll see the nose of the 1 dip down, or I'm sorry, the nose of the 34 dip when he gets out of the throttle, and that's right before Farmer gets into him. Just a bad spot right there, and some really bad luck. You can see the nose kind of bounce right there, right before contact. And that's one of those deals with these cars. Just when you get out of the throttle, the guy behind you has got such momentum coming out. It's tough to get woed up.
It sure is. And how about Tristan Trantham, who I don't think he pitted that last stop. I'm sure he's got new tires behind him. But it's interesting to see. I mean, he did pretty good on that last restart. Here we go with the Lucky Ducks Motorsports green flag.
Sure enough, and look who's fought their way up to 5th right now, and that old 83 car, Lenny Brown, making that outside work tonight, but he might be about to get freight trained because, oh, no, he squeezes his way in. He's like, "No more, guys. We're going to stop the bleeding right here." Lenny sliding into 5th. That a baby, Lenny. Show him you're there.
Yeah, Lenny is pretty familiar with this track. I mean, as wide as it is and as much bacon as it has, it's still pretty much a one-groove racetrack, especially through the turns as Lenny bounces it off the wall just a little bit there. But yeah.
That was on purpose, Tracy. I'm willing to bet, because, I mean, Lenny wouldn't do that by accident. He's too good of a driver, you know, so I'm willing to bet he didn't like that right front fender sticking out that far, so he was helping his aerodynamics.
Well, I have noticed a lot of the fast guys will do that. So I'm not sure if it actually helps you out any to kind of scrape off some weight on the wall. Oh, man, as we see Case James, Dylan Porter kind of mixing it up through 3 and 4. Ooh-wee. Now, this one may be a hard one to call. It just looks like to me that Case James might have came down where there wasn't a hole. I'm trying to find a pretty good, they get squirrely. There's the 32 is right on Dylan's bumper. Yeah, I think that might be a case of not clear.
Yeah, Tracy, let's see if we can check the cockpit view here. of the 50 of James and see if we can watch those hands and just see what the heck happened here, because it looked like he just didn't even know the 32 was there.
That very well could have been. You know, in the heat of battle, sometimes the spotter, as you're making laps around here, the spotter's constantly talking to you, and after a while you just kind of tune him out and you start trying to clear yourself. But to me, that might have been the case there. I think it was a little bit of miscommunication between Case James and his spotter there, because as again, you know, that's sort of what I was telling you earlier. I'm not sure if I was telling somebody about it anyway. Dylan Porter's dad, Randy, just always seems to find those unfortunate incidents. Nothing egregious. It just seems like to me if there's a bad situation, somehow or another he ends up being in front of it, behind it, or in the middle of it.
Every single time it seems near about too. Poor guy. He has got, man, I'll tell you what, he's one guy I don't think I'm ever going to take to the casino, because I would lose every penny I got with the bad luck he's had in here.
Well, you can't ever tell.
Hey guys, Charles Chooch Overbeck here, joining in a little bit late, and I apologize for that. The time zones have got me all out of sorts here, but how you guys doing tonight, and how's the race been?
Oh, absolutely glorious, Chooch. We have had so much action out here. I mean, Southern National is an amazing racetrack, and LFRL has some of the best late model stock drivers on iRacing, and they are putting on a heck of a show in this race right now.
Oh, absolutely. I've watched a couple laps here and there, and you know, I'm looking for a good spot to jump in, but you and Tracy had that call in that race really good. So I'm here to join you guys, and I'll take it from here, Tracy, and yeah, we're going into the race. 31 to go, but I'm here.
Better late than never, Chooch.
Well, that's what they tell me, but you never want to miss dinner, you know what I mean? As we got another caution, 8th caution of the race comes out, 32 around.
And I am sure, oh man, Porter and Case James are involved again. So I'll let you guys take this call, as I'm going to sign off and try to work the buttons a little bit better.
Yeah, it looks like the 32 just gets kind of loose there on the outside. You know, like I said, I'm joining the race a little late, but it seems to me, Chris, that outside line just hasn't worn in yet. It's a little slick up there, huh?
It really is, but it seems like it's only a 1 and 2. 3 and 4 seems to have really good grip. But if we look, the 32 gets a little squirrely in the middle of the straightaway. He doesn't even make it to the corner. So I'm not sure if it was just a little wiggle, maybe a misjudge. You can see kind of right there. I'm like, where exactly did that come from? And I hate to say it, but this thought just popped in my head. The 50 did clear himself earlier and just come straight across the 32. Is it possible that could have been a little bit of, hey, I remember what you did, and I didn't like it?
Oh, no, you never know. You never know what's going through these guys in the heat of the moment, but you're definitely right. That could have been something there. You know, hopefully they could get it worked out on the track, because, you know, we still got 27 laps to go to figure this thing out. So, you know, you got to put those things aside sometime and finish up the race.
For sure. I mean, Randy's never really been one to be that type, but I'll be honest, with the luck he's had tonight, he has been a lot more patient than I would have been at this point. I would probably be just destroying my entire sim rig at this point, because he is a great driver, and he is, just like Tracy said earlier, he has been in the absolute worst position ever in this race. He has caught every single car that spun out in his lap. As we go back green here, and we are 25 to go, Golden Racing time to dig, and they are digging and have been already, as they are 3 wide going into turn 3, back there right behind Lenny Brown, and they seem to get it straightened out.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. Good thing they got it straightened out. As you take a look at the 50 and the 44 down on the inside of the 83 and the 26. Lenny's out there fighting for his life on the outside. But we come into treacherous 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. Sorry, you might want to get down low again.
Absolutely. The 30 almost filled that hole when Lenny went to jump down. That was almost 2 guys going for the same real estate. But I'm looking further back there. It looks like the 32 is still having it maybe a little bit of handling issues because that car is really weaving down the front straightaway the last 2 laps. And you can see there's a lot of right front damage there. We see the Trippy Winkler get loose behind him. These guys must really have loose race cars coming out of turn 4.
Well, as you mentioned, there's been caution after caution tonight, 7 cautions. I'm sure these guys have used up their fast repairs by now with only 20 laps to go. So the condition that car is in is the condition they're going to finish the race in. So unfortunately, at the end of these races, you're fighting that car with all you have just to get it around the track.
For sure. Unfortunate series of events tonight for Landon Farmer. Still back, kind of muddled back there in 8th, almost 3 seconds behind our leader. As Trantham and Rutherford putting on a great battle for the lead right now, about 2/10 apart. But Farmer led most of this race before getting pinned back there on a four-tire stop. Everyone else took 2, and he got pinned back. And he has just not been able to make any headway. And we're going to have a great battle for the lead as we come down to 18 to go. Farmer goes by Lenny Brown there. He's got a lot of damage in the right front. So Farmer might decide to be making his way to the front, but we're down to 17 to go, so he's running out of laps.
No, he definitely has his work cut out for him with only 17 to go. He's got to go now, but he is making his way. But you're right, Landon Farmer, a guy we're used to seeing up front. As you said, he, obviously was in led a couple laps before I came here, but you don't see him in the rear of the pack too often.
Absolutely, and Southern National will really do that to you. It's a tough pit road to not get yourself trapped, and just a lot of bad luck. We had a lot of bad luck on Wednesday in the Golden Racing League with pit road and how difficult it is. It looks like we're having a lot of guys having some of the same issues tonight. As we see our point standings as they run over there on the left, saw them briefly. This is looking pretty good for Tristan Trantham and Heath Rutherford today.
Yeah, I mean, these guys got it spread out right now, so they're just on cruise control trying to finish this race, hoping nobody gets in a wreck behind them. But there's a lot of guys that are still racing for position, so we're going to watch a couple moves being made with 12 to go. We're coming down to almost 10 to go here, and that's when people are going to make their biggest moves to get to the front. Or maybe not the front, just to, whatever position they can, because points are valuable.
Oh, yeah, every position matters, as we see. I mean, Farmer made short work of the 1 and the 34. Very short work as he just pulls away and takes off. But I'm looking here. Lenny Brown has fallen all the way to 13th, 5 laps down. I don't know if he might have ran out of fuel or if there was another issue, but Lenny is gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I didn't even see him pull off or anything. Could we suspect maybe a computer issue or something? Because it doesn't seem like he would just disappear like that altogether.
Possibly. See, the last I saw was when Farmer passed Lenny for 7th, and I saw Lenny dropping like a rock down the front straightaway. It almost makes me think he ran out of fuel and potentially disconnected after that, because he knew it was pretty much done for with only 15 to go. 5 laps down or more is going to be insurmountable as we're coming to 6 to go here. And our 2 leaders have jumped out to about a 1-second lead over Carlson, who's trying to hold on to that podium spot in 3rd.
Yeah, Carlson's really leading that second pack there. A mirror full of guys that really want that, like Cliff Mullins and Case James, sorry. Oh, as we got a 9th caution car around.
34, Trippy Winkler. Tough day for him as well. Been turned a couple times and possibly this time turning himself. Coming out of 4s loose. Might be getting into 1 a little hot. No, let's see. Let's keep watching. Oh, okay. What a shot there for Winkler. And then into the 1, turns the 1 around. That I don't want to comment on that because that was an odd one.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was just, maybe frustration getting into the wall and just trying to get back around the corner. Didn't realize the one was going to come up in front of him like that as he was trying to make the corner. I really don't know, but he was in the throttle all the way. frustrations being in the back of the pack all day and just trying to get positions.
For sure. So we're looking back at Lenny Brown, seeing what happened to him. I mean, we see the 50 there, kind of getting into him. This is where Farmer and the 1 got by Lenny. I believe so. Yeah, this is 26. Lenny gets loose out of 2, hard into the wall. There's where the 26 goes on by. Most likely a lot of this. This is where I saw Lenny dropping earlier. And now we're just looking to see where he disappeared to after this. Just falling like a rock. I think Lenny broke that right front and just decided his race was over and pulled it on in.
Yeah, that is exactly what it looks like. A lot of damage to that car and just uncontrollable to even try. So the pace car's in. We're looking for the Lucky Dust flag. They are off for 3 laps and a huge wreck right off the bat. The 44 upside down. Oh my goodness, that is not the way they want to restart this race.
Oh, green, white, checkered, and your second place car gets wadded up with your 4th place car. Who started this accordion? Because I'm willing to bet somebody got a little antsy. It was your second place car, and of course, the 26. Let's see if the 26 got a big jump there. Oh, 98 misses a shift. Oh, no.
98 did not get going at all and just checks up that whole front line, outside line. And yeah, that is heartbreaking for these guys after this race.
For sure, especially for the 26 of Farmer, who's fought his way all the way back. Right there, everybody goes except for the 98. The 26 is going to have a lot of damage from that, getting into the 44. Man, missed shifts are those things it happens to all of us, but you kick yourself every single time, especially starting front row. And that's going to be our race because there is not another green, white checkered. We have 1 attempt here. So your winner is going to be Trantham, Carlson 2nd, and James in 3rd. So that will be your finishing order. I mean, we missed the end there, but there is only 1 green, white checkered attempt.
That is correct, but honorable mention, Landon Farmer finishes 4th place after coming back from the back of the field and coming all the way up to 4th. Just misses the podium, but what an ending to that race.
For sure. We'll run down through your order here. Tristan Trantham, 13th to the win. Hard charger plus a win today. Can't really shake a stick at that with Hunter Carlson coming in 2nd. Case James 3rd. Landon Farmer 4th after leading most of the race and then passing more cars than anyone else in the field, going back to front twice. Dylan Porter in 5th. Ethan Johnson 6th. James Birdsong 7th. Heath Rutherford after getting turned on the restart 8th. Cliff Mullins 9th, Randy Porter 10th.
Yeah, and I'm going to take 11th with Trippy Winkler. 12th is Jason Woodham. 13th, Lenny Brown, as we saw him pull off the track. 14th is Carter Levy. And Landon Brown is actually a, what do they call him? Race control, thank you. And that is your finish.
Let's run down through our points here. I mean, we're showing Tristan Trantham leading the points. This is unofficial, of course, but post-race is pretty much locked in. Tristan Trantham leading the points by 3 points over Cliff Mullins and Heath Rutherford, who ironically are tied 3 points behind Tristan Trantham because these are the 2 guys that got turned on the restart at the end of that race. So had either of them made it through, it's very possible they would have increased their points here. Landon Farmer 4th, Brantley Bryant 5th, Hunter Carlson 6th, Lenny Brown 7th, Trippy Winkler 8th, Jason Woodham 9th, Dylan Porter rounding out your top 10, tied with James Birdsong for 10th, by the way. Pretty tight points battle there.
Chris, it really is, and I mean, with as many races as we got left, that's anybody's championship. So nobody's really taking away, running away with it. So this could be anybody's champion. So these guys have to show up every week, and they have to run clean and patiently and make it to the end. And that seems to be the trick, is just making it to the end, because every point matters from here on out.
For sure. Amazing race. Amazing race. The Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 from Southern National here. We are going to take a short break before we jump into the national division of LFRL. But we will go ahead and take a break. We're not leaving you, so don't leave us. You'll be right back right here on Leadfoot TV with Chooch. You want to introduce yourself again? Come on, man.
Yeah, Charles Chooch over here, and we'll be right back with some post race interviews.
For sure. See you soon.
Welcome back, everybody, to Leadfoot Racing TV. We are at Atlantic Cabinet Company 125 with our top four finishers. Our top third finisher has left the sim, so we are here with Landon Farmer, P fourth. Landon, can you take us through that race and what were you thinking when you were front to back, back to front, back and forth, all race? How did it go from your point of view?
Well, I somehow, I don't know how, but I got the pole and rode up front majority of the day, and then, when we pitted, didn't really make it back up there. Kept getting ran over and involved in, minor wrecks, and just kind of how it went.
Well, Landon, uh, I did want to ask you, because we had the camera on you while you were pitting, but I wasn't sure when you did make that pit. You had a pretty long pit stop. Were you kind of flagged for speeding, or did you take on four tires as opposed to everyone else just getting two?
Yeah, I took four. I'm terrible on two tires. I've never made it work, so I always take four, and yeah, it was just a little bit longer than everybody else.
Well, Landon, congratulations on fourth place. I know you won the podium. I know you're gunning for third, second, or first, but who do you have to thank for all this today?
Yeah, Redline Studios, Exotic PC, and 988 Suicide and Crosses Lifeline, and that's all I got for you.
Well, thank you, Landon, and congratulations again. Next, we have your P2 on the podium here, Hunter Carlton, Mr. Second place. Hunter, how did the race go for you, man? You seem to do all right today. Missed a bunch of wrecks. Took the car home pretty clean. What do you think, Hunter?
That was definitely best way to put it, an emotional roller coaster. I've had a bad couple weeks here. I missed a week, obviously, and the two races I have ran since not been good on my end, been caught up in a lot of stuff. And but tonight was pretty good outside of me stepping on my willy and spinning myself out there. And luckily, I got a caution. When I did, I was able to come in and get some tires. That really helped. And then I got another caution right away. Well, I was involved in that one. So I was like, why not put the lefts on? And I think that's what really helped me. And then everyone pinned in front of me. I was able to get track position. That was pretty much all she wrote. As long as I was able to hit my marks, I felt like I had the car to at least stay third. But otherwise, I'm happy with this result. Oh, yeah. Tires definitely came into play. You were really loose on entry, and which is why I got myself in trouble. And then you're a tight center, and because you're a tight center, you're especially on the long run, you're loose off, and you're really using that right rear. I mean, it was evident at the end of that race and that long run. I was starting to lose the right rear a little bit, and Cliff and Case were catching up, and I was just kind of holding on for dear life, waiting for the laps to click down to zero.
Well, once again, man, congratulations, Hunter Carlson, and on P2. And who do you have to thank for this? It's your turn with the microphone to thank your sponsors.
Yeah, I want to thank our awesome Tracy Brown here and Eastern Technical Designs. Thank you for everything you do. I've finally gotten on the podium in this series, and I'm happy to be here. I want to thank everyone over at Golden Chef Speed Shop. Thank you for what you do, Chris, even though you're not here right now, able to hear it. I want to thank 4 Motorsport Networks for everything they do on my main league side and everything that Leadfoot Racing TV does. Thank you for that. And want to thank 213 Simware. I guess I can't talk today. I'm just so excited, but yeah, otherwise I want to thank all the people for watching tonight and all my friends and family that support me through this very expensive hobby.
Once again, Hunter Carlson, second place. Congratulations. And now I have the pleasure of bringing in Tristan Trentham, your first place, number one here tonight after a hectic race, after holding on lap after lap after lap. Your first place, Mr. Tristan Trentham. Tristan, bring us through that race in your point of view, man. From your seat, what were you thinking?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm probably just gonna have to go back to last week because last week was quote unquote a shit show for me. Uh, got a lot of incident points. I had to start at the back of the pack this race, so basically this race I was just like, I'm just gonna try to get 0 incident points and just like finish where I can. And then I made the decision to undercut the field on pit stops because I thought track position was going to be more valuable than tires at the end of the race. And I guess it proved to be. I was falling off a little bit there at the end, so Heath was right on my bumper. But I think we could have held out on a green flag finish. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the result.
Well, Tristan, I want to congratulate you on your finish here, man, coming all the way from the rear of the field to take the victory here. But I was a little bit concerned myself with you kind of staying out after these guys pitted somewhat later on in the race. But again, I don't mean to try to make you restate anything, but I mean, do you feel like your tires were pretty good? I mean,
Yeah, I feel like my tires are pretty good. I had a little bit more wear than Heath. We talked about it after the race, but I mean, I feel like I was just kind of riding and then got the track position and then they were fighting behind me, so I wasn't having to push too hard on the car. So I had enough tire at the end there.
well, I got you, man. Well, go ahead and thank your sponsors if you'd like to. I would just, before I let you go here, though, would just like to mention to you, of course, this is unofficial, but it looks like you may have taken over the points lead. You're,
Oh, no way.
Yep, you're sitting at 167, Cliff Mullins at 164, Heath Rutherford at 164.
Damn,
So
Cliff's
it's still
gonna be pissed
tight.
to hear that.
I'm sure he will be. But anyway, hey, this is your night to shine. So anyway, man, go ahead and thank your sponsors.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Cody Trantham Designs for the sick paint scheme that I'm running this season. Don't really have any other sponsors than that.
Okay, well, I wish I could have got a better view of it, but I'm missing a camera here on my setup, so I do apologize. We got a good side shot there of you anyway. Well,
Yeah.
Chooch. Oh, again, congratulations, Tristan. Boy, I was getting a little tongue-tied
Thank you
there.
guys.
Yeah,
Oh, I
absolutely,
forgot to
man.
thank you guys for putting on a great show.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Absolutely. Charles, any last questions or anything before we let Mr. Trantham go here?
Nah, man, I just want to say congratulations, man. I know how hard it is to get a win here, and you've shown number one in points right now, man. I hope you keep it and keep going, man. Week after week, it's gonna get harder. These guys are coming for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okie dokie. So anyway, I have to reboot everything. We have to get ready for the national division. It's going to be coming up at 9 o'clock here. Have to get all the software reset and everything. I just would like to say again, congratulations to Tristan Trantham, Hunter Carlson, Case James, Landon Farmer, and Dylan Porter. That'll be your top 5. Stay tuned. Be sure to, what do they call it? Like and subscribe to our channel here so you can stay up to date and be able to catch all of our races. Again, I'm substituting in for our normal announcer, Wesley Outland, who is calling a real race here in North Carolina that got rain delayed by a few hours. So I'm not sure if he'll be able to join us for the national race or not, but if he can't, I'll be on that one too, and I'll do the best that I can. But for my buddy down there at the end of the virtual couch, Charles Oberg, and the other one out there on the real life oil field, Chris Golden. Appreciate you guys jumping in here and helping us do this. It was a great race, and we look forward to seeing you back here at 9 o'clock. All right, guys, y'all take care, and we'll be back shortly.